finally time for another series here at the Chongqing Major. First day, Board Gaming versus Team Secret. Two teams we have seen actually lose to LGD. So that's a little bit rough for them.
But they have something in common. They are losing to LGD.
It's beautiful, right? But of course, we're back. I'm Killerfish and Lizard. One more series, Liz. Then we get the eternal calling of our beds. We can answer it. But
I don't think I can sleep any longer. I drank way too much coffee. It's
over.
Yeah,
you shaking, are you? Oh, well,
yeah, it's over, man.
I mean, I wasn't really shaking for this pick. This is a hero we see too much of. But before we get in that, one thing to point out here is everyone's gonna be going Team Secret. They're gonna win this easy as. But let's remember, folks. Team Secret, they did put up a good fight, but they got 2-0'd. Whereas Ford Gaming, they actually managed to take one game off of LGD. So this could be closer than people realize.
Yeah. I think this is a close match. I don't think this is 2-0 either in the either direction, in any direction. Like Team Secret, I think they can win 2-0, but I don't think Forwards is going to allow it.
I mean, I hope they don't. They're not a very good competitive team if they allow it.
Yeah, they won't allow it. You know, like in Dota, you usually do not allow people to win versus you.
Good idea.
That's how you do it.
And there's the block pick. No Lich Grimstroke combo for Team Secret.
Yeah, Lich gets snatched instantly. Grimstroke gets snatched on the other hand. Maybe it's going to be some Grimstroke Sven like they played versus LGD, right? Maybe it's going to be some... There's some music on the stream.
Huh?
There's some music on the stream, but you probably turned it off.
Yeah, I turned it off.
Mind.
I turned it off. It's good. Yeah. Calm down. That's all right. I'm in there.
All right. So, Grimstroke Sven. Grimstroke Tusk is not going to be played because both of these heroes have been banned. However, Grimstroke Tiny is... Yeah, it's something that they can pick, definitely.
It's the juggling tosses, right? You toss one to the other, they just switch places. It's an internal team swap.
What do they need? They need which hero was it? Tusk, right? But Tusk is banned. They can't toss into uppercut. Bad, man. I'm sad right now.
I mean,
I'm a sad Bosnian boy. Okay. I'm a sad little Bosnian boy. I'm not gonna see the toss into the uppercut. I'm gonna see an anti-mage.
Fourth pick anti-mage. But no, Liz, you missed the good things from Tusk, actually. Is you build an Ags, and then if you kick one of the targets, they split them up and break the soulbind. It's the best experience, I swear.
Oh, that sounds amazing. I wanna see that. Can I leave
pretty
the game
glorious.
and go into lobby and watch it?
No, you have to do that
hours?
after we've finished this series. But this should be interesting. The anti-mage pick coming out. And I've seen this to great effect. Actually, with Lich, the new Lich, anti-mage in lane becomes a serious threat.
The new Lich is the stuff. The new Lich plus anti-mage, yeah, he's the stuff, man.
The good stuff, the premium stuff, the class
the
A.
Premium. Oh, yeah, the best stuff. He's going to put that... You know what this Lich does? He takes that armor of his and puts it all around anti-mage, and then he's going to jump onto the offlaner and hit him, and also slow him, and also damage him with that shield, and also burn his mana. It's going to be amazing, I'm telling you right now.
A crisp combo there. Then again, you can combo Lich with most melee carries, and it seems to work out pretty well so far. Are you right there, Liz? Did you go for a nap before this game began or something? You seem a little bit chill.
What do you mean? It's the Lich. He's chilling me out. That's all that's happening. Nothing more.
Right.
I've had, how many games did we watch so far? 3? 4 games?
Watch, or do you mean like cast? We've had 5.
Me and you, yeah.
5. 2-1 for LGD.
5,
yeah.
Yeah, whatever. It's the same. It's numbers.
It all meshes together in the end, right?
In the end, it all comes down to this. Lich has been picked in every single game. So that's fun. That's why I'm chilled out. I get to see another Lich game. It's awesome.
Same with Tusk being either picked or banned as well. So, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
They've got something in common. There's definitely a theme going on here. You know, you feel a little bit chilly, stay frosty. And let's see how we're going to round this out. So, I've got a ban on the Phantom Assassin and the Terrorblade from Team Secret. Just want to make sure Anti-Mage isn't on the clock, essentially.
I wonder if either one of these two teams is going to pick up that Outworld Devourer, as that hero seems like a top pick in the second phase. Right now, it can go either way. I guess Secret. I mean, if you pick it, you're picking into an AM, but I don't think you care way too much if you're forward gaming. If you're Secret and you get that OD, that's pretty good for you though as well. The only problem is, you know what? I take that back. I take that back, chat. I think OD isn't great for Secret because then you have AM and OD. And both of these heroes, they want to farm a lot. You can take it. It's decent versus Centaur, but then that OD has to do so much in the mid game. I'd rather not. I'd rather not have him. I'd rather not put so much pressure on the poor OD, poor boy. You know, like
Well, in fairness, you can create space with anti-mage in the mid game, and Ford Gaming's lineup is looking pretty stupid. What I mean is, you got two strength heroes with bad in gains, so blow them up the Sanity's Eclipses. You know, they are tanky, but at the same time, that's just more in for the taking if you're an Outward Devourer.
yep, that's true. But at the same time, I'm telling you, if they do that, they can be run over. Even though they're team secrets, they can get run over, and maybe something that's a bit more active throughout the mid game, so that the AM gets some space. Like it's not gonna be easy.
It should also be pointed out that this safe lane for Dire, likely safe lane, is going to be an absolute bloodbath. With Centaur Grimstroke versus Lich Anti-Mage, there is a lot of murdering that can easily occur in this lane.
Yeah, it can go either way. Centaur and Grimstroke are most likely the ones that we're gonna be looking at to make the kills, to make the killing, you know. But at the same time, if AM jumps on that Grimstroke, if he's out of position, and there's that armor from Lich on, like it can go either way. I like this Rubik pick. I'm not certain though if it's gonna be a position 4 like Yapsor, good old Yapsor Rubik. And I mean, 99% it's gonna be Yapsor Rubik, right? He loves that hero. He plays it so well.
He's pretty obsessed with it, and for good reason. He is damn world class, I'd say, on that hero. Is a fair
And
way to look.
right now, like there are two obvious spells that you can steal. The first one is Centaur's ulti. Like 99% of the time, that ultimate is just way too easy to steal for Rubik. It's just one of those spells. It takes no skill to steal it because all of Centaur's spells, besides that ultimate, take time to cast. Like while the ulti is insta, so it's an easy snatch for Rubik. However, there's one more spell that I have to really highlight here after this hero. All right, it's Jug. And that spell is Grimstroke's first. What is it? The Fate thing. What's it called?
Stroke of Fate.
Stroke of Fate, yeah. Like, if you steal that Stroke of Fate and you have Atrolance on Rubik, basically an item that everyone buys on Rubik right now, plus you take the 125 bonus cast range talent, you can spam it so hard, it's ridiculous, and it's really strong. So I would love to see that snatched as well. Now, from the Jug, you can also steal the Healing Ward, which is amazing when stolen. So, I mean, 50% of Jug right now is that ward. It just allows his team to fight and push so early on in the game. That's half of the reason why the hero is so broken. And taking it away from him, it can be the difference. And Beastmaster right now, I like that as well. What do you think about the Beast?
It just fits any lineup, right? Like it just slots in beautifully. With the change to the damage composition for boars and the focus on early pushing and taking towers and how weak they are in terms of armor right now, Beastmaster is the perfect fit for almost any lineup.
It just allows you to push. As you said, you get that Vlads on the Beastmaster. You have this combination of Beast plus Rubik on that lane. They could go Beast and Lich as well. Most likely it's going to be Beast and Rubik though. So you have the Beast and Rubik on that lane. You have a lot of damage from the lift, from the Fade Bolt, from the boars. It's not going to be easy versus most likely Juggernaut and Grimstroke, but they're going to be able to give that Beastmaster enough farm to get that Vlads early on so that he can be the force that carries them throughout the mid game, right? Because right now they haven't revealed their mid hero, and I think it has to be something that's going to create space together with this Beastmaster. I'm not saying they necessarily have to go full 4 protect 1, but you have to understand that they are playing an AM. And if you're playing an AM without a hero that's going to create space for him on mid, chances are you're going to be run over, especially when you're playing versus a Jug Centaur tiny lineup. Like these guys, they don't even need items. They just need levels and they're strong enough. So
Could look towards
it's
something like a Dragon Knight. You know, it's a safe pick. You haven't got the final pick, so you don't want to go too risky. But at the same time, it gives you additional push early on, which will create more space for the anti-mage, and you can play around that in the Beastmaster in the mid game.
the problem with that I would see from the Dragon Knight not being the last pick is it can be countered by many heroes. So that right now there's like on top of my mind, you could pick Monkey or Razor. Both of these heroes are super good currently in the meta and work well versus the DK. So usually if I'm last picking mid for my team and I don't have the last pick, I pick something like this, something that can lose the lane but still make an impact, or something that just cannot be countered that easily.
That's
Visage,
a fair way to look at it.
yeah, Visage, like in this current game, I'm not so certain, honestly. Like he has to have a decent lane. He can't just completely lose it. And there are many heroes that work well versus Visage. There's like TA, there's Queen of Pain, there's Phantom Lancer. PL is most likely not something that we're gonna see because there's Jug already in the game, and there's not enough space for both of them, definitely. But there are heroes that work well versus Visage.
Yeah, there are definitely options. I think one that was popular for a while was Jakiro, but it's just if that hero just doesn't do anything after lane phase, you just kind of
I don't like him
roll
that
off.
much. Yeah, it falls off, and as mid, like Jakiro used to be good like 3-4 years ago, but people have learned how to deal with him, and I won't go for that one. But I'm just interested in seeing what forward is gonna tide. All right, so this is a different approach actually. With that tide, is it gonna be mid? Okay, so basically, the fun part about tide versus Visage is that tide does not get hurt by Visage's birds. Like it just does absolutely nothing. And if Yavar or Universe, one of them they just need to get a crimson, and whoever gets it, it's just over for Visage. He deals no damage during that. So it's basically on forward gaming to get that crimson as fast as possible. And once that happens, Visage is not a hero. The boards do not hurt you, and you can just continue pushing. So basically, what they need Vlad's and Crimson. They can end this game before AM gets anything. But it's easier said than done. Obviously, they are playing versus Team Secret. They are playing versus mid one Visage. He is good on that hero, and you are playing versus Yapsor's Rubik.
Yeah, there's most definitely the opportunity for Secret to strike first. The power spikes they get at level 6, of course, are a lot more flexible than what Ford have, right? You got the Ravage, you got the Stampede, but these are big cooldowns, Omni Slash included. Whereas for Visage, those birds can be a constant factor. You can actually get the steal from Rubik. You said before there's a lot of spells on offer that would be useful here as well.
Yeah, and the good thing about playing versus Tidehunter as Visage is the fact that you are most likely going to get last hits, and most likely he's not going to be able to deny way too much experience away from you. There are some heroes that completely dominate Visage on the lane. Tidehunter is a melee hero, and you can grave chill him. You can play with him. Like he should be able to hit you and reduce your damage at any given point in the game. So in the laning stage at least, so that should be easy for Visage. And the thing about Visage is if you give him a fast level 6, like he can rotate away from that tide and push some other lanes, and then he can be the one that's setting the tempo. And if he's the one setting the tempo, that means that AM can be farming on a different side of the map and and soaking in all that space.
You will be forever.
And that's all they have to do. It's just about buying time. And if Secret can actually keep Ford away from their towers, they can actually at least secure their jungle, and then Nisha always has a fallback point.
Yep.
That's the thing. When you look at Ford's lineup, while you do have the Juggernaut later on, very useful in the pushes, there's kind of a lot of pressure on, I'd say, these offlaners for Ford to actually take towers. The Centaur plus the Tiny is probably their best method. With the new Retaliate, plus, of course, the trees coming out from the Tiny.
The Centaur is really strong offensively right now with the new Retaliate, right? So it's not really...
Even more so that it doesn't actually cost mana. So, actually, you can just turn around and tap the anti-mage in the face at any given point. Hey, I like this from Nisha. It's a ballsy move, but he's going to sneak in and take their rune from underneath their nose. He already knows he's going to be weaker at the rune than they are.
the Rubik starting with boots, very greedy from Yapzor, but
he just seems to like this a lot. He done it on the Earth Spirit as well.
Yeah, right. With Rubik, like you can rotate across the lanes, pretty good.
He does manage to get it. It's actually going to be 2 runes apiece in the end here, as they did back away in the bot lane on the side of Secret.
You will be forever alone.
So the sneaky play didn't quite work out. MSS was already suspicious when he saw no one at the runes.
Mid one. Starting with the Basilisk actually and going for that Helm of Dominator build. So basically he wants to put as much pressure as possible onto them as like, to create that space that's necessary for AM that we talked about.
Yeah, we did say they're going to have to actually come out of the gate swing, and they can't just sit back and play passive in these lanes. The good thing is, of course, with the Rubik, you can slow down Jug's farm with Fey Bolts. At the same time, you can reset any jump onto your Beastmaster. Because, of course, like when you're using the Blade Fury, you don't want to commit it straight away. You want to get close. So you Ink Swell, get lifted, and then it's too late to use Blade Fury.
Like, what do you think about MSS and Universe in this lane? I think they should be dominating AM, right? I mean, it's still Lich AM, so you're not, I don't think they're gonna be killing him, but they can definitely contest his last hit.
Oh, most definitely. They're gonna try and slow him down best they can. Of course, with these tanky heroes, the key is just gonna be burning the regen as quickly as possible. Beastmaster going down. First blood is actually drawn, and Yapzor, well, he was in no position to help.
Yep, they managed to use that Ink Spell onto him, into the Blade Fury, and he falls. Like, Beastmaster is an amazing hero, but he really gets that power spike on the lane on level 3 when he's able to actually dish out damage with the boars. At level 1, they just tickle, they don't really hurt. They slow you down, which is annoying. But from the level 2 boars, they actually start hurting as well.
It's also interesting, if you look at Rubik, he didn't take a point to lift. He's actually gone for the Arcane Supremacy. So he's just trying to whittle them down.
Yeah, that's very interesting. Usually, I mean, you can always leave it to Yapzor to know what's up with Rubik and to actually innovate when it comes to item builds or skill builds or whatever. And going Arcane Supremacy is, I have to admit, a bit weird. I think getting lift on that lane could help them, as you said, to get rid of that Ink Swell target that's running towards you or something, but I guess he knows what's up. He's going for the aura instead. It's a first, to be honest. It's a first. When you're playing mid Rubik, yeah, you see that a lot, but as a support, that's not really very common.
Yeah, there's always the argument that the Blade Fury comes out and it's too late, right? You have to be pretty close for the lift anyway. So maybe that's his kind of thought process, is it's better to nuke him down and burn out all of Rezo's regen early on than try and look for the 1 out of 10 opportunities to actually lift.
Yeah, but so far he's not really... I haven't seen him spam this Fade Bolt, that's the case, right? Like he's saving it up, he has full mana almost, so it's not like it's not like the... there we go, this is the first time. It's not like it's been super effective.
Yeah, I think he's actually just trying to avoid shoving the lane in. It looks that way anyway. Usually we see Rubiks kind of spam it out because they can instantly try and make a play off it, but in this type of lane, you're just kind of trying to exist because you know the Jug plus Grimstroke combo, they could just jump on you at any moment.
Yeah, that's true, that's true. Like, you can't
Lich,
overcommit.
Top lane's been found, Stomp's going to come through off the toss back, and Puppey's going to fall.
Yeah, Puppey likes to play this game on the edge, right? He likes to test his strengths, his limits, and this time he pays the price. You can't really do that versus two tanky boys such as Tiny and Centaur. They have so much control. And bottom lane Zai.
They're going in. They found him again. Beastmaster not having a fun time in this bot lane.
Yeah, I mean, if you had lived there, honestly, you could have lifted him and moved him out.
Yeah, but Yapzor can't hear you. He's actually gone for a second point in the Fade Bolt.
Yeah, he doesn't care. I mean, I can get behind the second point in the Fade Bolt on level 3, definitely, because it's by... Oh, that AM just disappeared.
Nisha?
He just disappeared. Tiny just walked up to him. He wouldn't blink out. Tiny just walked up, tossed him, avalanched him, and said bye-bye. Sent him base.
Mistakes made there. Does get caught out. Puppey wasn't close enough to assist him by the looks of it. And AM, he's not doing terrible, actually. 22 at this point in terms of CS.
Yeah, he's doing fairly well. He has that Lich armor there to help him every now and then. And he's keeping them on low mana most of the time, so he's free to farm. He has to be careful though. If you remember a few years back, Tiny and Centaur were the meme combo in pubs. Like you would pick that as 4 and 5, just rotate across the map, toss the Centaur into the stun, or toss people into the stun on the Centaur.
Yeah, I recall this painful experience. Yeah. It wasn't something I looked forward to. There's also the frustration of the new Centaur is you can't. You saw how low he got. They couldn't jump him. He's out of mana, and the moment you go in, Retaliate just gets used, and all of a sudden you turned around on. Jug did get pretty low. Double ball was starting to whittle away him, but healing ward, the easy solution for a Juggernaut with a stick as well.
He's used his Blade Fury a bit too early, but he managed to zone both Rubik and Beast off of the bounty room, so
they might get Rubik here. Fade Bolt. That could actually turn around the resolution. He needs to be careful. Got the stick. Blade Fury still on cooldown. Needs to actually use it right now. Maybe a little bit too late. They're going to move forward and look to finish this off. The Frost Shield slowing them down. They might find SVG as well. Last coming out from Puppey, and there's the Fade Bolt through. Nice rotation coming out from the POS 5. Allows Secret to take dominance of this bot lane.
Yep. Puppey, with a good rotation there, gets 2 kills for his team. At the same time, though, Anti-Mage is left completely alone on the top lane.
Not really suffering, though. 28-3. He's climbing.
Yeah, not right now, but he is pushing, and because of that, it's going to be a bit harder for him to approach the creeps. But at the same time, Tiny has left the top lane, and he's going towards mid.
As the DD, Zaj does have level 6 now. Inkswell trying to move in to get close enough, but can they? The Grave Shield does allow him to zone out a little bit. Frost Shield to protect. Avalanche Fruits does stun him up. Looks like they'll just back away. A little bit of aggression from both sides, but no kill opportunities.
Yeah,
apparently we're running tri-lanes in the mid lane now.
I'm now wondering, they gave this Visage a very fast Helm of Dominator, and he's just gonna rotate. He already is bottom lane.
Yeah, he's moving in. He wants to push. Yeah. He's got the catapult. He's dominated. Exactly. Little Kai. And so that means that Rubik gets XP mid as well. That's the other big benefit here for them.
Yeah, it's so good.
MSS went pretty deep. They're going to turn around, look for a kill. We'll get on the Lich. They are getting the Tiny super low here. We'll be able to stun him up and finish him off. Healing ward. Can they keep him alive? It looks like he might be fine. Yeah, the Salve's going to come out to cancel it. They can't pursue this any further. Resolution with the clutch healing ward keeps their Tiny alive.
Yeah, it's worked so well with these tanky heroes, right? But I wonder if they're going to be able to hold this tower or not, because Visage is still here.
You don't have 6.
Go away. Yeah.
You don't have 6 on Rezo. Actually, he needs to get out right now. He's getting pretty low. Blade Fury to escape just in the end. The Frost Shield on the board to get the crap out of him. SVG will be stunned up, but Yawar is here. He doesn't have the Ravage level, but they don't know this. So they have to be very careful about how they approach this fight. They might just go in again. They get the tower, and now Yawar is in the middle of nowhere. He needs to back up. SVG in a little bit of trouble as well. Will be stunned up. Will be brought down. And they can actually just turn around and look on the tide next. They need to be careful with the anchor smashes, of course. Mid 1 getting pretty low. We'll get the kill. Gush coming through with the Inkswell as well. But the stun from the bird should protect their master. MSS, Avalanche, mid 1. Just trying to sidestep this. Needs to be careful. Got the Grave Shield to move away. They're going to try and toss the tree through. Actually, they toss forward the tide. They get the kill on the mid 1. These birds do persist. Oh, no. That's a lot of gold given over to Yawar.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a ton. Dying as Visage like that and losing the word.
I don't think you respected the amount of damage that Anchor Smash now does. Because of course you lose the Gravekeeper's cloak, right? When you die, your birds don't have it anymore.
Exactly. He maxed the Anchor Smash, and he does not have Ravage level 8, so he basically has to in Kraken Shell. 4 levels of Anchor Smash. He's just running in and hitting people. You know, there was it you that casted it with me? But there's like there was a game, I think Join Dota League or something like that, in which Tidehunter was going Desolator and Solar Crest, and he was destroying the enemy team.
Yeah, I think we had that one. I think he done phase boots as well, just chased them down and went for a Solar. Like the Solar Crest was just game dominant. There's nothing they could do against it.
It's a really good item versus Visage too. He already has the Vlads, but he's moving into I don't know, Arcane Boots. Probably after that Greaves or something like that. Just more utility for his team.
He's always 0 mana. Like, I've seen this a lot where Tides only get wands, and the common issue is they hold all those charges for the Ravage, so they eventually run out of Anchor Smashes and Gushes. So it's kind of counterintuitive in the end. Whereas this will allow him to actually spam constantly with no threat, no worry.
Yeah, that's true. He definitely has mana issues already. In that last fight as well, he lost his mana very, very early on. He has sticks to work with, but yeah, it's not enough.
Yeah, absolutely. He's going to spot this gank. We'll lift them up. Actually, he ended up stealing the tree. He was looking for something else. Think what's going to come around. Chasing through. Phantom's braces on him as well. They'll be able to finish off the kill. With Rezo nearby, there's no way they fight. They know that he has Omni Slash available.
It's a decent pick off for them. They get that pesky little Yapsu Rubik, and they can rotate towards top. They can pressure this AM even further.
Who is not having a good time. He's the poorest core in the game right now. Nisha? That's one way to protect your CS. No use for that mana void at any other point, so he uses it on the Centaur creep.
I've actually seen that quite a lot recently. They realize, alright, I'm gonna shrine up in any second now, and let's just waste mana to secure that CS even faster. But yeah, it definitely does look weird when someone does it, because you're used to seeing it from some tilted core in your game, right? When he's about to flame you.
Indeed. Oh, moving in. Soulbind's going to come out. Actually, mid one stuck with his burst. Now Ravage being used. Connects on the 4 heroes. So 3 rather. Birds are included there, though. They'll be able to clean them up. They give it a mid one. Primal Roar coming in. Side with the backstab. Ravage was stolen. Yapsor, the big play. Locks in. Grimstroke will be able to get the kill. Still bigger losses for them. The toss forward. Universe looking for the opportunity. Nice lift coming out from Yapsor. We'll reset the fight and allow them to move away, though. All in all, I mean, forward, they can actually just push on this tier 1 if they want to now.
I mean, the way they use Inkswell, plus the Centaur charge, plus the Ravage, just flawless. Isn't really too hard to execute, to be honest. So that Visage was just caught off position super easily by that Stampede.
Sometimes simplicity is the key.
Rezo, top lane.
They're fighting up against this. Rezo is actually out of mana. He's got a 1, but not enough to work with. Nisha goes to the pop. No!
Oh, the
1!
sticks!
Rezo stays alive! Nisha, he got baited in so hard there.
Baited so hard, man. Actually. Very well played by Rezo.
And he'll TP away as well. He has just enough mana, bought just enough time, and Puppy won't find him.
Yeah, and the tip.
God, tell him. You know that this anti-mage is not having a good time.
Of course you have to tilt him. Like, that kill actually is worth a lot. It's not only that you're tilting him. The kill is...
Well, it's also that he's the key to victory, so you're just shutting him down.
Exactly. And you know what? AM is, in my opinion, really good versus Jug right now. As long as he gets that farm. But if the Jug takes control of the game early on, if he outfarms you, if he finds that Battle Fury before you do, then you're in a lot of trouble. And right now this Jug is moving towards it. He finished the Yasha and is slowly moving towards the Battle Fury.
And taking the tower, sure will speed that up for them. And there's no way you stop this push either. You got heroes here, but they're just farming creeps. They're not going to stop the tower from falling.
You can't. Like, the issue with this mid one's Visage is that it does nothing versus the Tide, like we stated before. So the Tide just stands in front, and there's not a single hero that can fight him, right? As we said.
Nisha, he was getting pretty low. The Stampede, it's an interesting thought from Universe, but it won't net a kill.
Oh, they picked him out, pinged him out. They had that ward there, so Anti-Mage is safe. I really like this ward, by the way. It's one of the best wards after the laning stage. The Dire ward on top, yeah, that one, basically gives so much info to your carry that's farming in his jungle.
That's the thing. Anti-Mage is going to try and play risky in this area because it's that type of hero has an escape.
Yeah.
And that gives you all the info you need to know. He's going to want to come through that camp. And you can already see, he knows he has to be relegated to this area where he's relatively safe.
Yeah, but the problem with being relegated to that area is basically this. When you're playing a hero that's such a hard carry, such as AM, you're looking at the movements of your teammates as well. And right now, he's moving behind them, which effectively means that he's going to move to an area which has been farmed.
They got him in. Gaze will drag him in. He's so close, but no, the Ravage comes out. The turnaround opportunity now with the Omni Slash. Soulbind locks them in. They're going to pursue this. Resolution just burned them down with the Blade Fury. Mid one getting pretty low. It's looking to move away. Use the Shrine. And there's the stolen Ravage. It's going to come out. That's stun him up. Juggernaut turned around on the Shrine. Is keeping him alive, but they give it to the healing one straight away. Side with the quick reactions. Ensures the kill. DP in. Centaur trying to get involved. Avalanche on the mid one. He's just trying to stay far enough away. He's going to get close in the end, and he will go down. Double kill in the meantime for Zai as he finds SVG on the back foot. 2 for free trade. And in favor of Secret there, as the Ravage and Omni Slash were used in that engagement.
I mean, this is amazing for Secret. Anti-Mage didn't have to join that fight, and they still have a favorable exchange. So AM is farming, and you're still winning the fight. Just perfect for them, honestly.
Most importantly, the Jug was involved in that fight, and we talked about him racing towards his Battle Fury. That's going to slow him down a lot.
Exactly, especially because he died. And Yapzor, man, just the Rubik player, steals.
Second time he's managed to get ravaged. Like, he's been so on point so far. But what do you expect from Yapzor? This is one of his signature heroes.
Yeah, you actually expect that from him. That's what you expect. You don't expect him to. You don't expect him to steal. I don't know, anchor smash or something like that. He's always on point.
Bruins fighting the ball over them. SVG trying to run away. University Inkswell will get him out as well. Nice avalanche to cover their escape. No shrine here, but a little bit too far for Secret to pursue. Meanwhile, on the top lane, Lift's going to come out. Juggernaut's been found. Nisha, this time the Mana Void will be enough with the assistance of his supports.
Tip him, Nisha. What is he waiting for? Seriously,
he's focusing.
Is that kind?
He's super. Yeah, it's not about being kind. It's about wanting that battle fury more than wanting to tip someone.
That's true. That's true.
Fight going on.
Can still.
Puppy trying for the TP away. Gets interrupted by the centaur, but that does mean Nisha knows what's coming, so he'll back away.
Yeah, Puppy just walking around there, perhaps trying to ward. If you put that ward on the cliff, then you can actually pressure that tower with the AM and split push on the top lane all the time. If you die like that, then yeah, you just die, and that's it. You're on position 5. You don't really care too much. It's not game-breaking.
This is pretty good farm for Yapzor, by the way. He's already got the Yules. He's not far off the blink at this rate.
Oh yeah, definitely. Has the Yules, 1300 gold, moving towards that blink. Like, it's perfect for him. And when he gets that Agnes, actually, he has one as well.
Die? This was a curious move coming out from the Beastmaster.
Right.
I'm not sure what the end goal was there. You give over Necro creeps as well. Now you give your Hydra.
I think, you know, it's space. He was scouting.
Yeah, oh yeah, Space Phantom, of course. How could we forget about that, guys?
He forgot that he has a hawk to scout with, you know, so instead he ran with everything else.
Too much time playing old Beastmaster with the axes being leveled out instead of the creeps.
Exactly. It happens. It happens. What's Yavar doing? What's inside? Okay, he has that. He's doing that Solar Crest build, by the way. He's going for that, so...
This will get scary. Especially with Rezo, this will get really scary. Because you just get Omni Slash onto anyone at that stage. Doesn't matter how tanky they are. Try and slow down this push on the tower with the Frost Shield. Well, he will back up a little bit here. Needs to be careful. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Nisha's just doing whatever he wants to. He's actually caught up. You look at the net worth now, he's third at 7k.
Yeah, he has that Battle Fury finished, and from this point onwards, we're gonna see him skyrocket.
Stampede coming in. It's a full retreat, though, trying to get away. Yawar will be able to escape. SVG already away with the Inkswell to speed him up even more. Yawar, he wants to kill some birdies. Can he kill the big one, though?
Jug
just needs to get out.
Top.
Yeah, Jug almost actually he's just to kill the puppy. Resolution's going to run away, but Nisha is chasing. Mana Void. He's almost got the mana for it. He actually has the one charge if he wants to pop it out. Rezo knows that that's coming as well, though, so he'll use his own one charges. It's so fast with this Yasha.
Yeah, Centaur is connecting, so he should be able to help him. Stun.
Does he want to turn around? Prime Roar's going to come out. They'll turn around, look at the Centaur instead and say, fine. We'll take this target. We can't find the Jug, but this is worth it. Trying to keep him alive with the healing wall, but can't. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, there was a dive attempt by the Tidehunter, and as tanky as he is, he had to back away.
Yeah, so pretty good kill for them. They miss out on the Jug kill, but they do get the Centaur sacrifice. And I think if you are forward gaming, you're happy you made that. You're not happy you made that trade, but you're satisfied. It's better than having your Jug die once again while he's building that.
You what? He might be in trouble here. Avalanche will cover his escape, but that's a little bit too close for comfort. I think they've done a good job on the side Secret of kind of reaching the items they need to threaten this Tidehunter now.
Yeah, definitely. He does have that Solar Crest completed right now, but it doesn't matter way too much. They can still blow him up, so he has to be a bit more careful about the way he plays. He can't really just go in front and tank everything up. But the guy that we haven't really been talking a lot about is this Tiny. And he's been quite silent for the last couple of minutes. Has that Blink Dagger, could be rotating around, getting quick offs, but instead it's just been this Tide, just going mindlessly in front, tanking everything up, pushing, while everyone else is kind of behind him, ready and waiting for something to happen. Something that never does happen, actually.
They're going to try and make something happen, though. They just smoked up. MSS does have that Blink Dagger to work with, and mid one is shown in the mid lane. They turn around, though. They see another opportunity. They need to actually defend that Jug. It's getting super low. There's Bing coming out. Yapzor says no. You will not disrupt our kill. The Soulbind does link them together. They're going to stand their ground. MSS arriving, but there's a Yules to protect on the Yapsor. They toss him across. And Yawar's arrived as well. Yapsor with the Fade Bolt to slow down the damage, but it's too late. He's going to fall. Zal go down. They actually take one with them. SVG, he dies alongside them. A 2-for-2 trade in the end.
Yeah, two for two, but in the end your Jug died, and the AM is farming all
And
this
taking
time
towers.
on top.
He's top net worth now.
And he has that Yasha flying in. I mean, overall, he's a beast right now. Soon he's gonna come online with that Manta, and then suddenly this Jug is gonna be even more scared. He's gonna be, basically, if he jumps that Jug, uses Manta, blows his mana up, he can solo him at any given time.
Should also be highlighted that mid one is pretty damn close to this Aghanim Scepter as well.
Oh, that's great.
The timings are just coming together for Team Secret right now. And Tide still ages away from this Desolator.
Ages away from that Desolator, but, you know, it's Tide core, Tide mid, guys, and this isn't something that we see very often, and because of that, we can't really assess the power spike that he's gonna have with that Desolator. We've seen him in action, and he can deal a lot of damage, but he's playing versus AM, and he's not gonna have that mana.
And they might try and kill him, actually. They see the opportunity. They're moving forward to Yawar. Not doing too much damage just yet. They're going to try and turn around. Avalanche, blink away in time. Chain Frost bouncing around now. Can they do enough? Two of them stuck together. Sinister Gaze does drag in the Tiny. And Yawar is not helping them out. Hanging around. Actually moves over to SVG instead. They have to bail. They have to leave Tiny behind. Primal is going to come out, though. And Yawar out of place. He will actually get the Purge off. Is it good enough, though? The Stampede to try and get away. Nice. Yules coming out from Yapso after the blink forward. Move forward with the axes, slowing down Yawar again. Inks will try and get him away. The Stolen Avalanche working against him. Mana Void as well. It's not enough. Trying to just burn for him. Soul Stomp to get him low. Nice stomp coming out from Universe. But the lift and the Stolen Stomp. He's going to use it in return. Centaur holding the spot for a long time. Soulbind's going to be there, but Yawar is going to go down. Tide can't tank anymore. He comes out with the buyback. Omni-Slash being used. Will it be enough, though? Oh, it will not. Mid one is protected fully by the Frost Shield plus his birdies. Tide down to half HP already. Secret so damn tanky, but finally they are hemorrhaging. As Beastmaster dies, but everyone else will be able to escape. And they go Roche. They know they have to get Roche after that. With the buyback on Tide, it's the only way it's worthwhile.
They have to get objective out of that buyback, and Roche is the only thing that they can get, honestly. AM has that Manta, he's ready and waiting, he's gonna jump in.
I'll jump in. Stomp's going to come out. Yap's will make the move alongside Animage. He needs to actually make the pop. Can he get it? Resolution going to get low. It's not enough to finish off the Stomp. There's the Ravage. Animage getting pretty low. Silence up and dead. On the edge of their seas. Board so close to losing that Roach engagement. They turn it around and they get a huge kill on Anisha.
Yeah, that was... I mean, I expected him to jump in, but not to die the way he did. So this is a huge win for Forward Gaming. Everything seemed to be falling apart for them, honestly. Things seem to be running out of hand, but with that rush that they're gonna take and with that kill on AM, it's definitely looking better.
And it sends a very important message to Ford. Do not give Stomp over to Rubik again, because that's why it's so close. The length of time you are stunned because of Arcane Supremacy, and that's not even maxed out yet. They're going to finish the Roach right now. Bird's coming in from mid one. He can slow us down. Avalanche by enough time from MSS. There's a Stampede. Jumps in, Stomp. Nice lift. Stops him from finish off Puppy, but he still goes down to Stroke of Fate. They picked up the eggs. No! No! The egg has got denied! Mid one. He made sure they didn't get it. The Primal Roar, the turnaround. Juggernaut getting pretty low on HP. He can't stay alive. The Crimson Guard can't keep him up. But now Nisha, he's pursuing for more Yawar. To try and slow things down the anti-smash. They're going to move in, though. Nisha stunned up by the Avalanche in the meantime. He was coming out to Tiny. They need to move in. Soulbind's going to be there. Try and turn around the Mana Void. Not being used just yet. The Stomp is there. Centaur, he's going to fall. They're just mincing through Ford Gaming. The last to go will be Tiny. But it's going to be a team wipe. And all they gave over was a kill under the Lich right at the beginning of the fight.
Not only was the Aegis denied, they denied them their lives, all 5 of them. And now they can just roll down mid. I don't think there's anything that can stop them, at least for this tier 2.
So they could actually go high ground. They know Tide has no buyback. And they can try and force maybe one other. They're at least going to get half the HP on this tower. I mean, it's Ag's Visage. There's no reason to stop.
Exactly. 3 birds. This is going to be much worse than only the tower, I feel.
Like, how do you get them out of your base right now? You've used the Stampede. You've used the Ravage. You can't use the Omni-Slash on its own. That's going to be a whole set of racks.
Yeah, full lane, and now they're just going to rotate down to the tier 2 and go for the next. They can't even defend this tier 2 on the bottom lane, 100%, because Tide is still dead for 20 seconds. And this is the power of the Visage, right?
Especially with Secret, one of the most infamous teams for doing this so regularly. The ramp-up speed of this hero is insane.
Exactly. He's slow and steady and nothing's happening. He's just defending, farming. Suddenly, bam, he gets that Aghanim's. You lose one fight, you lose the set of Raxes. And AM is online too. Right now, he's finishing that Skadi. He has one ultimate orb in his inventory, and he's becoming harder and harder to deal with as well. While Jug, yeah, he finished that Battle Fury, but after that, he's yet to get that first ultimate.
Primal coming out onto that Jug, actually. Gonna try moving Stomp. Gonna look for the turnaround here. The Stampede as well. The Avalanche are throwing everything on the Beastmaster. Now, reinforcements will arrive. Since the gates, locked in resolution. Can they do enough? Yes, they can. Chain Force bounces around, and Juggernaut already down. He was on the side, finds Tiny, and they're already chasing with Universe. He's stuck next to the creeps. He can't move away quick enough. Soulbind hits on the 2. Lich will be going down, but that releases them so they can actually chase through now. Nice Avalanche from MSS, but you still haven't locked down this Anti-Mage. He has full control of the fight, and he'll look for more. MSS, Avalanche in 5 seconds. They're going to try and protect. Nice stomp out from Yaptor on the 2. Does lock them in. Ravage, looking for the turnaround, but they need to get rid of Rubik right now. Tossed up in the air, comes down to dead. They can't deal with the bird. They can't deal with the Anti-Mage either. They finally turn around. Anti-Mage getting pretty low. There's the Manic, gets out SVG. He will burn up. No one is dealing with mid one right now. And AM is just going to walk it off. MSS might not be so lucky. Blinks back, Avalanche. The turnaround, toss up in the air, and they get rid of mid one and his babies.
They get rid of him, they get rid of 3 birds, and well, actually the 4th walking bird too. So, I mean, they get so much gold out of that kill. And honestly, they are ignoring Visage, and that's why he's able to just pick off that Grimstroke. But once they turn their attention to him, like, he is in a lot of problems. And why they could do that right there is because Lich was dead, Rubik was dead, and AM just escaped. So
look at the gold swing. It was 2.2k, 2.5k in total, switching hands, and 1.3k of that went to the Tiny. That's MSS back in this game.
I mean, MSS was doing fine throughout the game, and is he building a force? Yeah, he's gonna get that force. With one of the better items versus Visage is also the force, because you can, after you get Grave Shield or stun with one bird, you can force the target out so that Grave Shield passes, and then you can juke the birds further. It's very difficult for Visage to deal with that.
For gaming
versus the Lich, right? So
yeah, I mean, for game just reminding Team Secret they're not out of this just yet. It's a 5k net worth lead, but Secret, they need to calm down a little bit. After the fight that led to them losing, or rather taking Raxes, sure, you feel pretty emboldened, but this is what we typically see in these type of games where you just suddenly ramp up this hard. Is we see one mistake fight, and it's all about whether you can minimize the losses in that fight and then just recover. Primal Roar comes out in the Juggernaut, going to get him pretty low. Blade Fury to get him away alongside the Stampede, but guess what? Nisha's about to arrive. Going to move in, Mana's going to come out, Resolution get low, Mana Void will finish him off. Big kill achieved, and no buyback actually. 460 gold short, they can go high ground.
This is the problem that I see with Jug versus AM. Like, every single time this happens, you try to pick up that Jug so that you have a hero that comes online faster, so you can set the pace of the game. But if that anti-mage finds that space, if he finds farm, like, he counters you, he jumps on you, uses that Manta like 2 times in a row now, even 3. Like, he just jumps on that Jug, uses Manta, gets rid of his mana. You can't Omni Slash, you can't spin, it just blows you up.
Alright, knocking on your door. Secret, they say there's punishment to be had. And meanwhile, Zai was decorating trees and then cutting them to remind us it's not Christmas anymore. Crimson Guard slows us down a decent amount, but not enough to get them off your high ground.
And it's running out soon, so they're not gonna be able to defend like that.
They thought about going for the mini racks. They're gonna respect the fact that Jug is up in 8 seconds and he didn't use the Omni Slash, so they'll back up. They will smoke, actually. This might be a fake back. See if anyone comes out of the base. But for gaming, they should know. They should anticipate this.
They're moving towards the shrine. I guess they're just going to take that.
Yeah, they're going to starve off control of the map from Fort Gaming. Make sure when Roche is up, if Fort want to defend it,
yeah,
well, it's hard done.
This shrine is so important for Forward Gaming.
Primal Roar. Out in the Juggernaut again. Can they actually bring him down? Stomp's going to be there. Looking to turn around. Zai locked on the spot. They'll be able to burn right through him. The Solar Crest doing so much work.
That damage is actually ridiculous. Yamar is finishing his Desolator. He has the Desolator. This is the fun part of the game for me, actually.
Nisha needs to move away. They're looking to have some fun with him. He's got the blink coming off cooldown. He can look to move away. Just in time. The Avalanche not quick enough. And Omni Slash was used on that. Nisha's thinking about going back in, actually. Yeah, there he is. Mana Void says thank you very much. Gets Resolution low. He's suddenly aborted. He doesn't want any part of this. He's had bad experiences with Nisha recently. And suddenly it's just Anti-Mage's farm time again. This is his jungle. You don't belong.
Yeah, he has that Skadi. He's not really worried that he's going to be blown up by anyone in this game, actually. And he's split pushing. Tide does not have a port. He's 100% certain of that.
Got 40 seconds on cooldown. They're actually trying to go on mid one here. Find a lot of time. Chainfrost's going to bounce around. They need to split up right away. Tiny will be able to force stuff away. And Yawar locked on the spot because Nisha has taken base. They'll use the glyph and try to get back right now. But Gaze does drag it in Tiny. The Ravage does come out. Connects on the 2. They'll finish off Blitz pretty quickly. Now do they get through mid one though? Avalanche and tick for him a little bit. In the meantime, the base actually defended. Resolution arrives just in time. Yawar pretty tanky in the mid lane. The lift's going to come out though. They're looking for the opportunity here. Spin forward. Does get rid of his mana, but Tide a little bit too tanky. They need to find something easier. Oh, jump in. Storm interrupted by Yapsaw. Perfectly done. It blinks away before the Avalanche can touch him. Yapsaw, so far this game,
Man,
on
he's
point.
so fast. Those fingers of his, they're so fast. Like, his reaction time is ridiculous. Also, though, Shivas is completed on Centaur, so the birds are not gonna do... they're gonna do even less than what they did so far. But right now, the point about this Aghanim's on Visage is not the fact that you have 3 birds hitting you, it's the fact that you have 3 to 6 birds controlling you. Like, he can have multiple stuns off all the time. That's why they're so good. That's why Aghanim's is still so good on Visage.
I mean, that's the big deal, right? It's like you said, the damage, they're reducing his damage, but you look at the net worth. Doesn't matter what mid one does right now. If he's locking you down, Nisha can just run you through.
Exactly, and there's an AC on that Visage now completed. So if they want, they could wait for Rush, or... Well, this is basically strategic play right now. AM shows up bottom, forces them to rotate to defend those Raxes, and then instantly will go for Rush when it's up, because you know that some of their heroes are defending the bottom lane.
Not just that, they'll think Roche is up themselves and rush back towards it. You can see the smoke coming out from Secret in anticipation of that.
Yeah, because they know how fast that Rush can fall to the Medallion AC Visage. They have to react. They have to do something. But
it goes both ways here. Ford Gaming can get through it quickly with the Solar Crest and the Desolator, plus the Juggernaut.
Definitely.
If either team leaves this pit area for a few seconds, they can miss out. Of course, Roche not up for another 25 seconds yet.
Yeah, there's a DD on AM though, so it's gonna hit hard. He has that butterfly completed.
They're just following him around. They don't want to get too close though. They've seen what happens when they do that.
The thing is, they have the strategic advantage here because of this exposed bottom lane. So as long as AM is around bottom, they can't really contest Rosh. And Visage can even take it alone with Beastmaster, right? As soon as Rosh is up, they have even the Hawk inside. They'll see it up and they'll go take it.
That's the big difference. Ford have no way of knowing when it's up other than our secret in the pit.
That division game is just huge. It always was. This is what happens. They just go instantly in.
They're going to be too late.
They're trying to get there, yeah. They're trying, but I don't think they can make it on time, even with Stampede.
Oh, there you go. Aegis and Cheese both being picked up by Nisha. Now they're on the hunt. See if they can find some. They do see MSS. Tom's going to come out. Universe trying to move away. Primal Roar just before the Avalanche connects. The Stampede's been used. Locked in the spot. They actually steal the Stampede and Universe out of mana. He's going to go down. Pursuing for more. Maybe they'll be able to find it. They do. They get the kill on the Grimstroke, and they do lock in the tie down. They put him on the cliff. They say, stay. Bad boy. Ravage comes out. He knows it's the only opportunity, and GG is called. Because there's nothing left in the chamber. With no TP, they would have went straight for his base.
Yeah, another Ravage stolen there. Icing on the cake by Upsor. Such a good game from him. Such a good game from Nisha. Even though he died, he made some mistakes dying from Rezo's jug like that. But he kept his cool, even though he was tilt-tipped. But he played well. And this Visage, he did a lot. Like, even though they countered him with the Tide Hunter on the mid lane. Tide Hunter just didn't... I was waiting for the moment in which that Desolator Solar Crest build is gonna do a lot, but in that moment, like, it was never there. They were just choking him, leaving him for the last kill, and that's it. Just you abandon the Tide Hunter, you kill everyone else, and then you focus on him. So
I think that's the big thing, though. Like, we saw it when they tried to rush for the pit at the end, right? I looked on the tires like, okay, this guy has literally no mobility, right? If he gets there in time for a Ravage, you actually have a game on your hands, right? Like, Ford Gaming could potentially take that.
Yeah. And you know what the problem is also? I'm praising Yapzor a lot. At the same time, if you are Yavar and you have no item, that Ravage is always going to be an easy pick-off, right? You're always gonna, it's always gonna be easy to steal that Ravage away from you because you can't blink in onto the Rubik, let's say, and anchor smash him after you use that Ravage. So overall, solid performance by Team Secret. A little bit of a wonky draft from Forward Gaming. Maybe they should pick something else, but Tidehunter on mid, yeah, when it comes to the game too.
Definitely something to reflect upon, but that does mean Secret's 1 game up. They'll got games to go, though, because this is a best of 3. Short break, then we'll be back with game 2 to see if Forward Gaming can actually start to bounce back in this series, or if Team Secret is just going to turn it into a stomp. Stay tuned, guys.